I am very concerned about the safety of our officers. Obviously, we've had 2 officers shot tonight, and that is very serious. It's a very dangerous condition.
We have breaking news on ABC 17 News at 10. In the last 45 minutes, police in Louisville have confirmed 2 officers were shot.
Now, this news comes during demonstrations following the grand jury decision in the death of Breonna Taylor. Police did not release the names of the officers shot, but said their injuries are not life-threatening. At least 1 person is in custody for the shootings. You are taking a live look right now as protests erupt across, this is now Chicago. At least 29 people have been taken into custody in protests that have happened in Louisville. Several fires have been set across the city, with local outlets saying some fires are causing such loud booms. Police have begun using crowd control tools like tear gas and flash bangs on demonstrators. The city has been placed on a curfew that went into effect at 9 o'clock local time. Their protests are also underway in New York City and also Washington, D.C. And in the last half hour, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear responded to the shootings of those law enforcement officers. Now, during a video posted to Twitter, Governor Beshear condemned the violence and asked protesters to go home.
Like we just told you, the unrest stems from the verdict reached in the death of Breonna Taylor. Here's what we know about that investigation. A Kentucky grand jury brought no charges against Louisville police officers accused of killing Taylor while executing a no-knock search warrant for suspected drugs. But Officer Brett Hankison, who is now no longer with the department, has been charged with 3 counts of wanton endangerment for firing into the apartment of Taylor's neighbor. Hankison was booked into a local jail this afternoon and was released roughly 30 minutes later. The jury ruled the remaining 2 officers were justified in firing their weapons at Taylor and her boyfriend inside the home. According to the special prosecutor, an investigation determined Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, fired at officers, hitting one in the leg. This is when officers reportedly returned fire, killing Taylor. Walker was charged with attempted murder for firing at police. Those charges have since been dropped. Breonna Taylor was shot multiple times. However, prosecutors say only one of the gunshots was fatal. An investigation was unable to determine for certain which officer fired the fatal shot. 3 people were inside the neighboring apartment at the time of the incident. However, none were injured. A separate investigation into possible civil rights violations is ongoing. That investigation is looking into the legality of the search warrant used and is being conducted by the FBI.
Tonight, we are speaking with a local prosecutor to learn how the charges the officer is facing would translate under Missouri law. ABC 17's Sydney Olson is live in Columbia for us tonight. And Sydney, you both talked about what the case would look like here.
Deb, I spoke with assistant prosecutor here in Boone County, Marty Swingle, about that wanton endangerment charge and the closest thing that we have to it here in Missouri.